We'll never forget September 11th, and we have Old Glory swaying in the September breeze at beautiful Belmont Park. Half staff. God bless America. Welcome aboard as we are off and running on this Friday card. It's Belmont Park, Belmont Insider, Maggie Wolfendale, Jason Blewitt alongside. Good to have you with us. Hope you had a very good opening day at beautiful Belmont, and it just like getting reacquainted with an old friend. Where did the time go this summer?
I know, Saratoga, it seems like a marathon, but in reality it kind of flew by as we're back here at Belmont. And Jay, despite being off the turf with heavy rains yesterday, you couldn't ask for a better racing day. No humidity, perfect temperatures, sunny skies, and a track that dried out throughout the day.
Right, fast for the last three races, 7 through 9. We'll keep everybody abreast regarding the track changes throughout the afternoon, and 40 stakes, nearly 11 million in purses. It is the Belmont Park Fall Championship meet. Happy to be back downstate. Beholder out on the West Coast. We're in good company as we gear up with Friday headlines, and we have a Beholder who breezed a half in 49. A rare breezing comment. Richard Mandel is saying because of the heat, they wanted to have her go nice and easy beneath Gary Stevens.
I will never quite understand where the clockers in California come up with their labelings, because I've seen plenty of horses work out there, and to me, I would label it freezing. But I guess it means stout restraint, as Beholder went 49 flat, 33 of 39 with Gary Stevens aboard. And, yeah, good work back, considering that, you know, they were obviously leaving something in the tank.
All right, Zenyatta, September 26th. We're nearly there, and she's about 1-9 to win the Eclipse Award as champion older filly and mare. She is a good one. Speaking of a good one, a big field and international cast will battle for the winner's share of $1 million purse Sunday north of the border up at Woodbine, including Grand Arch in the Woodbine Mile. Here he is, upsetting Ironicus in the 4-star day midway through the meet.
Yeah, we'll see Ironicus come back in the Bernard Baruch last weekend of the meet at Saratoga, so he was flattered by that. And Brian Lynch, well, that's his home turf up there at Woodbine. And Grand Arch, he's a good horse, especially going that mile distance. I've always been a fan of him, and he always kind of gets overlooked too. He's 6-1 on the morning line for the Woodbine Mile.
Yeah, you got a couple Euros in there. Lee for Bill Mott getting back on the turf, and obviously will try to stretch his legs. That speedy California sort of a high cruising speed on the turf. He will try to, you know, ship in from the west for trainer Philip D'Amato.
Yeah, the 7-year-old returns to the races. First started 2015. In the whole entire history of the Woodbine Mile, there hasn't been a horse to make his seasonal debut in the race.
All right, he's going to need to be good. That'll be on Fox Sports 1. The Mig and Andy will be north of the border up at Woodbine. We, however, Maggie and myself, are at Belmont. We're glad you're with us on MSG+. It's been a while since we have the ivy-covered walls and the famed windows, those arch windows at the Big B. Let's do it. First running of the Christie Cat. We're off the turf. 3-year-old fillies vying 3/4 fast main track. Larry Colmus with the call.
They're off in the Christie Cat. And it's Spark who fires out for the front. Darling Sky is away running in second. Coco's Wildcat is third, and Miss Ella will sit fourth early on. 4.5 lengths off of front-running Spark, and just ahead of All in Fun as the field races for the far turn. So it's Spark in front. Eric Consell gets Spark out of the gate quickly, and they lead it by 2 into the turn. Darling Sky is second. 22-3 was the opening quarter mile. Miss Ella and Joel Rosario third on the rail, and they're 2.5 lengths off the lead and getting closer with each and every stride on the far turn. Coco's Wildcat and All in Fun at the back of the field. It is Spark in front, the lead down to 1.5 lengths. Miss Ella has cut into the gap in second as they come toward the top of the stretch. And then comes Darling Sky. Coco's Wildcat goes up on the far outside and All in Fun. The half was in 45-1, and it's Spark in front. Miss Ella to the inside. To the outside is Darling Sky, and Coco's Wildcat on the far outside is coming strongly. These 4 all have a chance. It is Miss Ella to the inside, Darling Sky down to these 2, and Miss Ella did it. Over Darling Sky, then a photo between Spark and Coco's Wildcat.
It was not easy. She had to work pretty hard after saving all the ground, but Miss Ella, her class came through, and she gutted out the victory in the inaugural Christie Cat.
Yeah, exactly. It seemed as though she kind of had found maybe a niche on the turf, but still showed that she can run pretty well on the dirt, as it was a pretty close finish, though, Jay, and she did save the most ground.
But the rider on her back, always cool, calm, and collected, Joel Rosario alongside Maggie.
Joelle, 4-5, Miss Ella. You rode her like she was the best horse. You snuck up on the inside, though she looks as though she hesitated a bit, but you got to the wire first.
Yes. You know, she broke a little. You know, she's not really quick out of the gate, and then, you know, I was gonna come on the outside, but I didn't have no choice. It had to be on the inside. It looked like when I get there, it looked like, you know, the guy he was in the lead. He still have some horses because, you know, I don't think he went that fast early, and that's why it looked like when I get there, I still there, but she was running.
She sure was. Now, you've ridden her last two, once on turf last time out, and once on dirt here, a second and a win. To you, though, what surface did she prefer?
I think she's fine any surface. You know, so that race is 5.5, and Saratoga was a really fast race, and then, you know, she ran good in there. You know, she went before in there, and then she showed it today, so she's a nice filly.
Joelle, congratulations with Miss Ella.
Thank you.
Silks were easy to spot for Larry Colmus, the aqua blue of Jack Swain III, owner and breeder of this 3-year-old filly by exchange rate, prepped in fine fashion. That's usually the case with 8 Graham Motion shipping her up from Fairhill.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting to see which horses Graham kind of leaves here in New York and which ones he has down in Fairhill. And actually, Tacticus has been training here, Jay. I've seen him out in the track because, boy, he's one good-looking customer.
We'll talk about him a bit later in the show. He'll vie with the Travers winner in tomorrow's mile and 5/8 Temperance Hill. Sit tight for that. Let's move it ahead. In fact, if you will, move it back. 12:55, we rang in this fall championship meet at Belmont Park amid blue skies, and let's see what happened in race 1 on day 1.
They're off and running at Belmont Park, and Lakeside Sunset stumbled coming out of the gate. Uncle Southern is going out to the front. Lakeside Sunset, after that early bobble, will sit second early, and then it's Majestic Jessica, Saharan Serenade to the outside, followed by Scataway, and Regina Christina last of them all in 5 lengths off the lead. Uncle Southern and Luis Saez take charge early, and Ray by the opening quarter mile in 22 4/5 seconds. And they're on top as the field rounds the far turn. 3/4 of a length to Majestic Jessica running along in second. Then it's Saharan Serenade. Lakeside Sunset rides the rail around the turn, 2 lengths off the lead. Scataway and Regina Christina's been outrun so far. Uncle Southern on top as they come toward the top of the stretch. Uncle Southern the leader by 1.5 lengths. Majestic Jessica second. Lakeside Sunset saves all the ground after a 46 flat half mile, and they're into the stretch, and Uncle Southern turns for home in front. Now Lakeside Sunset comes off the rail and comes after Uncle Southern, and at the 8th pole, Uncle Southern's trying to hold on, and Lakeside Sunset's trying to come and get her. Uncle Southern, Lakeside Sunset, Scataway third toward the inside. Uncle Southern, here comes Scataway late. Lakeside Sunset on the outside. Uncle Southern and Scataway. And that was Lakeside Sunset and Majestic Jessica.
Couldn't have asked for a tighter finish to start the meet at Belmont. Linda Rice didn't have to worry, though. She's 1-2. Would it be Uncle Southern or Scataway who was closing inside the break? In the meantime, Maggie really hurt the 1 Lakeside Sunset.
It really did. She was just set up chasing Uncle Southern the whole way around there. Not the kind of situation that filly wants to be in. She wants to be up on the engine, and just not her day. But Linda, Bruce, superfecta.
I like that. And Uncle Southern, in fact, was dropping down. Could have been yours today for $40,000. Linda Rice with a stakes-winning mare by Uncle Cammy. There aren't too many Uncle Cammy stakes winners floating around, but this filly's okay. She surpassed $250,000 in earnings. Luis Saez, who will try his hand with Grand Arch, and the Woodbine Mile Sunday was aboard, and that will do it for the first segment of this fall championship season at Belmont Park. How about some New York breds vying, 2-year-olds, in fact, 7 furlongs. We'll have it for you on the other side of this timeout.
The new Parks Fall Festival will double purses for each of its 32 live racing days. What an opportunity for Pennsylvania breds. In an open maiden special, PA breds will run for over $100,000. So be there at Parks in the fall.
Hello, I'm Brian Sanfratello. Last year, we paid $33 million to PA breds in the form of breeder awards, owner bonuses, and restricted race purses. Our Equine Coalition Group is united in the pursuit of making sure that we receive every dollar we deserve. And that's why our Racehorse Development Fund has been constant in the past 4 years. please go to our website at www.pabread.com or give me a call at 610-444-1050.
Just a few of the faces you'll see on tonight's Friday edition of Belmont Insider. Javier Castellano, Luis Saez, Kendrick Carmouche. We hope you're out here this weekend. I know the boys will be down in the Jocks Room and first floor grandstand. Sign up for the first low roller contest of the Belmont Fall Meet.
Yeah, $40 buy-in here, Jay. And these are a big success up at Saratoga. And they're kind of easy and fun to participate in. Make sure you come on out.
Yep, got to be involved in 5 Belmont Park races, so don't come out late. Sign up early on, have some fun in the low roller contest, $40 buy-in. It's Maggie, it's Jason. It's opening day at Belmont Park. Mother Nature, despite the rain yesterday, is along with us. We give her a fig of maybe 103 tonight on the show. Let's see what the New York bred 2-year-olds did in race number 2 over Big Sandy. 7 furlongs the distance. Larry Colmus, the announcer.
Benny and Alex, who goes straight out to the front from Fish Trap Road, away running in second. And then it's New York Song on the outside, Zoo Yorker, followed by Rooftop View and Court Note on the inside. Hangry is second last early, and the trailer's Farmer's Choice as the field heads up the backstretch. And now it is Fish Trap Road and Luis Saez who take charge. And Fish Trap Road is on top through the opening quarter mile in 23 and 2/5 seconds, and the lead is a length and a half. New York Song is now going up on the outside to put some pressure on. Zoo Yorker follows in third. Benny and Alex is fourth after popping out of the gate and is 4 lengths off the lead as they round the far turn. 3 lengths more to Rooftop Views being ridden along for more. And then comes Court Note on the inside, followed by Hangry, and the trailer is Farmer's Choice. So it is Fish Trap Road and New York Song 1-2 through a 47 and 2/2 mile, and these two will come to the quarter pole 4 lengths out in front of Zoo Yorker and Benny and Alex, and they're into the stretch, and the leader is Fish Trap Road getting away now. Fish Trap Road opening up to lead by 3 as they come past the 8th pole. New York Song has been left behind, and then comes Benny and Alex, and by the 16th pole, drifting out to the center of the track, but all alone. Fish Trap Road gives Luis Saez the first 2 on the day. New York Song was second, and then came Court Note and Benny and Alex.
And here is Luis Saez making all the right moves. Won that tight photo with Uncle Southern in the first. And here he is by the length of the Belmont stretch aboard a very green Trap Shot Road.
Yeah, he was the most experienced of the field. You kind of get the feeling that's why they may have put the blinkers on last time, but he just didn't run that well. Blinkers come off, and while he took the Magical Mystery Tour to the winner's circle, he got the job done by open lengths. Brett Calhoun, a bit of a struggling Saratoga meet, comes right back at Belmont and gets a win.
Got a New York bred that could run. They paid just under $100,000. He's a colt by a freshman stallion in Trap Shot, and I misspoke a few seconds ago. Fish Trap Road, the winning name, and Luis Saez a perfect 2 for 2 in the early double. Let's see if Luis could get a third. It is race number 5 on the Friday card. Main track listed as good at this point. 1 mile the distance. Larry with the call from the gate.
Fantastic had the best beginning. On the inside, it's Shayna Lady, Tapless to the outside. These 3 out for the lead. Shayna Lady's going to take charge early now and take the lead up the backstretch. Then Sassy Spirit. On the inside comes Desert Tune. And Desert Tune is up into 4th, pulling hard here at Jose Lescano. And they're followed by Module, and 5 on a Dime is trailing the field early on. So the favorites in front, Shayna Lady, on top through a 23 and 3 opening quarter, leads at 3/4 of a length. And then it's Tis Fantastic, Tapless to the outside, followed by Desert Tune, who's down toward the rail just ahead of Sassy Spirit. Module is 6th right now with 6 lengths to make up as they head toward the half-mile pole and into the far turn. The trailer is 5 on a Dime. The half goes in 47 and 2. Around the turn they go. It is Shayna Lady in front, Tapless on the outside, Tis Fantastic making her work. Now these 3 are right together on the lead. And Desert Tune is just 2.5 lengths behind, starting to pick up her stride now. Module goes around Sassy Spirit, 5 on a Dime trails the field. And now it is Shayna Lady and Tapless together. And Desert Tune is 3rd and trying to come and get them. Tis Fantastic has dropped back 3/4, 112 flat. They're into into the stretch. SHAYNA Lady under pressure from Tapless. Tapless takes the lead. On the outside is Desert Tune. So these two first-time starters take over from the favorite SHAYNA Lady. It is Desert Tune who is now in front. Desert Tune pulling away from Tapless. SHAYNA Lady is third as Desert Tune looks sharp here, winning it by 2 over Tapless. SHAYNA Lady settles for third and then 5 on a dime.
Big jump for the beaten odds-on favorite in this race, SHAYNA Lady. She had debuted at 3/4. She had to go a mile. She ran okay, but was out of the exacta as the second time starting Desert Tune worked out a good trip beneath Jose Lascano.
I mean, she was a bit of a silly 3 to 5 shot, considering you're dealing with 2-year-olds, considering she showed speed at 6 furlongs. Why should she be able to hold on then going a mile? And it was all Desert Tune there. Tom Albatrani actually boosted himself into leading trainer as of the first day here at the Big B.
Yeah, it was a training double for Tom Albatrani, who sends out his good 3-year-old turf sprinter ready for Rye, Sunday's featured 9th race, the Allied Forces. We'll be talking about that tomorrow night here on Insider. But it's all about Friday's 5-pack races 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9 from muddy to fast. Let's do it.
3 deep as they turn for home. Smarvelous is sent up on the far outside, and then it's Bellerman. A 45 4.5 mile. They're into the stretch. And here comes Smarvelous on the far outside. Smarvelous is taking the lead, pulling away from Frazel, Hannibal Lecter, and Gentrify. Past the 16th pole, and Eric Consell and Smarvelous are in the clear. And Smarvelous goes on to win by 2.5 lengths over Frazel. And then it was Hannibal Lecter and Gentrify for home, and getting away from On the Trail has been put to the whip in second. French Dressing on the inside is third, and then comes Classy Teacher and Violet Road in the final furlong, and Nothing But the Truth's got a 2.5 length lead. On the Trail is clearly in second, and then it's French Dressing, Violet Road, and Classy Teacher, and Luis Saez gets his third win of the day. Nothing But the Truth over On the Trail, and then it was French Dressing and Violet Road. A Cat and Ogermeister there, but Cowboy Boots and Arad Ortiz Jr. continue to gain ground on the outside as they come into the final furlong. Ogermeister to the front. Cowboy Boots on the outside into second. Ride a Cat is back to third. Ogermeister and Cowboy Boots will decide it, and Ogermeister is still there. Cowboy Boots coming. Ogermeister, Cowboy Boots down to the line. Right together. Cowboy Boots may have got up in the last stride. Then and they're at the top of the stretch. Harlan's Bell in front. Rachel's Temper to the outside. Now, Rachel's Temper has taken the lead, drifting out, but in front and in the clear from Harlan's Bell in second, and Prize Taker has moved up into third on the outside. Then Yes for Success, and from far behind Legally Bay making up late ground, but Rachel's Temper is the winner. And then it was Prize Taker, Legally Bay, and Harlan's Bell. Two of them turned for home together after a 45 4.5 mile, and El Genio has easily taken over the lead from Rott. And Thunderbird Wings is trying to cut into that gap now. The lead is 2.5 lengths for El Genio. Thunderbird Wings on the outside is coming on. El Genio, Thunderbird Wings still coming, and here comes Thunderbird Wings to get there. Running down El Genio, and then it was Anton B and No More Options.
Friday's 5-pack ended with a pick 6 payoff of a little over $5K, and it was the hot firster at even money in the last. Angel Arroyo up for Steve Caceres. That horse just would not be denied. He was really relentless in the last furlong.
Yeah, you kind of knew going in that this horse should be the one to beat. When I saw him in the paddock, looked as though he was the one to beat, and Steve had him well meant.
He was the hot firster in a very lean field. Let's backtrack. Second look on this opening day with Cappy. It is Irad, it is Javier, and they are 1-2 separated by a mere inches in race number 6.
And like you said, it was actually in the spring meet, Javi getting one up on Irad to take the title, but today in the 6th race, it was all Irad aboard Cowboy Boots.
Of course, Irad just wrapping up narrowly over Javier, his first ever Saratoga riding title on Labor Day. Fourth youngest rider since the late 50s to win a Saratoga riding title at the age of 23. There's the photo, cowboy boots. Now, keep in mind, this was a battle down to the wire of the two hangers, a combined 2 for 33 going into today's 6, but they put on a good show. Claims as we run down, I thought they might shake for Smarvelous. I was wrong. Mike Maker, the only one going in for $32K, and Ogermeister, in fact, had a few shakes on him.
Yeah, he was. I have my office in the racing office, so I hear when the bottle's out. I heard that Smarvelous wasn't being shooken upon.
Shooken upon, as Tom Morley did not have to shake upon Liberty First. He'll be going to the Maggie Wolfendale Tom Morley barn, having dinner as we speak, in fact, for $25,000. And how about a little Saturday preview, the Temperance Hill, the Sands Point, and a whole lot more, including that $300K late pick 4. Back to Belmont Park, currently bathed in a good amount of soft light here on this Friday evening, early September at beautiful Belmont Park. Can't do much better than the weather. It will get better tomorrow, however, with that $300,000 guaranteed late pick 4 10-race card that begins at 12:55. We intend to be back on the turf tomorrow for good reason. Featured 9th race, the Sands Point, is an all-out international war. It is Jason Blewitt, it is Maggie Wolfendale, and it's been a while since we were on our 3rd floor clubhouse studios. It's always good to be back at Belmont Park, which makes parting Saratoga just that much easier.
Yeah, but then you think about it, it's 2 months till winter time, and
Stop.
That's a little bit.
Stop. I love the Big A. Don't get me wrong. I love Aqueduct, the fall meet, etc. But there's no need to bring up winter on day number 1 of Belmont. Let's move on to the Saturday action. The stakes begin, in fact, with the $200,000 Temperance Hill. 1 mile, 5 furlongs. They'll break at the 8th pole and do more than a lap around. And V.E. Day is a good horse. Lost a tough one here, Belmont Day, against Coach Inge.
Yeah, it came back in the Whitney to no avail. He was off a bit slow, and but the Brooklyn here, maybe he's a horse that just thrives at these kind of marathon distances. And yes, I do kind of feel as though he should have passed Coach Inge. Coach Inge was extremely game in winning that race, but we'll see. Maybe this is what his true calling.
And this looks like the Birdstone with a lap to go. They got to go around one more time. That was a couple of laps over the main track. Now, in the case of a V.E. Day, did lose a tough one to Coach Inge, but that horse has been really good since. Of course, second behind Liam's Map, and just like a time machine, we fast-forwarded, and here comes Tacticus and the Flaxman Silks for Grand Motion on the outside.
And I have a total horse crush on this son of AP&D, as many of the girls around the racetrack do.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He's that good looking.
Wow.
I mean, he's just perfect kind of specimen type, and he's one that Flaxman Holding had brought over here with every intention. Lady Cecil, previous trainer, of running in these dirt marathons, because you look at his European form, he hated the turf. He ran much better on synthetic and synthetics that mimicked the dirt, so he's found a home here in the Grand Motion Barn.
All right, 6 consecutive Saratoga training titles for Todd Pletcher. He laid low here on opening day, just 1 starter for the Pletcher Barn. Buckskin Doll didn't work out in the 7th, but Todd is in the mix in Saturday's 6 with the Cobb County, who is getting back and turning back to what he wants to do.
Exactly. He's 2 for 2 here at Belmont. He likes this strip, and blinkers go on. You got to think that they're going to the lead, or at least that's what the attention looks like on paper. There's some more speeds onto his inside, but that puts him at a much more of an advantage than if he was drawn to the inside of them.
Here's the other Todd runner. Savoy Stomp broke his mane like a good thing. $875,000 yearling. Scored on Super Saturday last September, but that's basically been his only good effort.
Yeah, exactly. Todd not having the greatest numbers of doing this either, off a 180-plus layoff, back dirt route to sprint. He's only 5 for 32, negative ROI. So we'll see. I mean, I think it's a much better spot than what he's been running in, but I'm a bit leery.
Post 6, Fortuitous Path, Junior Alvarado, Rudy Rodriguez. He scored a big upset. In fact, the day before, Faro won the Triple Crown, June 5th at 40-1, the race we're looking at.
This was a huge effort here, Jay, going the 7 furlongs. He's back to the 6.5 here. I think this horse has a good kind of running style for the way this race might play out. If speeds kind of fade, then he'll be right behind them to pounce.
All right, race number 9. Let's fast forward. The Grade 2 Sands Point, post time of 5:19 Eastern. It is a Grade 2 $500,000 purse. You put up the money, you expect to get a field like the one you've got waiting for you in the ninth. Sentiero Italia, Miss Temple City, good show in the Lake Placid. They're the big two, at least regarding the Americans.
And Sentiero Italia, she has such a great running style for these kind of turf races, and that she can lay up fairly close to the pace, yet have that brilliant turn of foot that she's shown in several of her races.
Here's the Lake George winner, Mrs. McDougal. She pulled a wide trip and was able to gut out the victory. Way back when, I can remember going, man, it's opening day at Saratoga. The whole summer's in front of us, and just like that, in the snap of a thumb, it disappeared. But she was good back on July 24th.
She was, and I've always liked this filly. She's another one that's extremely good-looking, and, you know, it was kind of my make-or-break day with her going back to that Lake George, and, well, she got me back onto her bandwagon.
We opened the show with Gary Stevens. We'll see how Mrs. McDougal does. I'm a fan of hers as well. I like the Warrens. I like Chad Brown. I also like Hall of Famer Gary Stevens, who worked Beholder earlier in the day out at Santa Anita, and he'll be in town to ride Her Eminency, a successful appeal filly for Mike Stidham.
The problem I have with this filly is that, to me, she prefers very firm turf, and she's run her best races on the turf over firm courses in California, and there's no guarantee what this turf course is going to be like tomorrow, so it's a little more suited to fillies who might prefer a little give in the ground.
Including an Irish bred by the name of Osalia, who picks up Javier Castellano after his 6th Grade 1 victory tour de force at Saratoga, and he'll get aboard a well-traveled Danehill Dancer filly who was 3rd in the BC Juvenile Turf Fillies behind Lady Eli last fall.
And trainer Richard Hannon, champion trainer over in England, sends this one back to the States here. I thought a very good effort last time out in a Group 3 against older fillies. She's back in against the 3-year-olds. This gal, at least in her last 2, has been very good, and I think she'll like the American kind of turf. She likes it maybe with a little give, but a firmer kind of course.
And the Euros get some cut in it tomorrow with the rain that we had and rain that was needed, judging by the lawns I saw when I got back to Floral Park after spending the summer in Saratoga. It looked like basically down here they had the same weather that we had upstate, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was very, very dry. It was good to see some rain and make everything green again here. And then another European I thought was a bit interesting, Rafael Bejarano, in to ride Malabar here for Mick Shannon, who actually, thank goodness I'm married to a European, gave me a cool little nugget that this guy used to be a professional soccer player.
Football.
in
Come
football.
on.
I know, he's probably going to be mad at me for saying that, but turned racehorse trainer, and one of the guys that leads continuously over there as far as numbers, as far as wins. And Malabar, I thought, was a bit interesting as well. After trying 3 Group 1 classics in the span of 6 weeks, she got a bit of a freshening. She came back with a win in a Group 3. I think she could be tough.
Yeah, we'll see how she does. She's going to need her best, as will everybody else in the starting gate in race number 9. Glad Lady Eli is doing well. It sounds like she's just about ready to begin exercising and training again for Chad Brown. That might be the best story associated with tomorrow's feature 9th race, the Sands Point. We've got that great new promotion ongoing at NYRA.com. $125 to new members. Sign up, and we'll sign off. Maggie and Jason saying thank you for tuning in, and we do it all again tomorrow right here on Belmont Insider.